Bangkok Post in the last week and a half, and I would encourage you to go and Google those. I might put a few links at the bottom of this video to items of interest, but Mr. Google is also very helpful in finding out information. This is a meme that I created a little while ago, and I've borrowed a phrase from Joseph Stalin, and I've said that the death of one tourist is a tragedy, the death of 10 tourists is a statistic. And here are the names of 10 tourists who've died in recent times. Ben Harrington in the top left-hand corner is someone who died in 2012, so that's not in the last 3 years. But I've gone to the effort of naming 10 people to fit in with that meme. And of course there are other people such as Shelly Bot, who perished, but hers was clearly an accident, and that would appear to be manslaughter rather than murder or anything more sinister. There's a picture of Hannah and Laura Witheridge with their mother Sue. Here's a famous cartoon now from Steph. This was also published in one of the major papers in Thailand, one of the major English-speaking papers, and we have an angry Koh Tao saying, "Stop calling me Death Island." The reason that this particular cartoon was inspired is that on the 4th of July, that's right, American Independence Day, on the 4th of July, there was a meeting on Koh Tao with something like 300 business operators, and they were calling for the Samui Times to be sued, not just for their reporting, but also for the use of the term Death Island, which in fact was a tag that had been used previously in other media outlets, on social media, and also just in general conversation. It'd been in forums, so all she did was refer to the fact that it had that is a tag that had been used by some of the local expats. Now, this picture here is of some of the people who were at that meeting on the 4th of July. And the fellow on the right is the governor of Samui. Samui is a province and also a city close to Koh Tao, and he's got responsibilities for Koh Tao. The interesting thing about the governor is that a little while earlier he had complained about the media coverage provided by the Samui Times, and he was complaining about misinformation. He said that the reporting was not accurate, and he didn't like the tag Death Island. Other news outlets have referred to Koh Tao as Murder Island and Mafia Island, but they were particularly concerned about the tag Death Island. The governor, a little while earlier, had made a statement to the media saying that certain bones that had been found, or bones, he didn't refer to the term bone fragments, but he said that bones that had been found during the search for the Russian girl Valentina were human bones, and they were to be sent up to Bangkok for testing, just to see if the DNA matched her DNA. Sometime later, the report came back from Bangkok that they were not, in fact, human bones, but they were fragments from marine life. We didn't get any details about whether it was fragments from turtle bones or fish bones, but the good governor himself provided information to the media that turned out to be inaccurate, and then he, as a sense of irony, he turned around and claimed that the Samui Times was publishing inaccurate material. This is a really interesting screenshot, and it's of a conversation between, apparently, Stephen Drylee and the editor of the Samui Times. And at the very top we can see this is the editor. She's saying, "Miss Gissing talking to me most days." And this is Mr. Drylee on the left. He's saying, "What you want me to say? Did he hit his head while diving?" This is a discussion, by the way, about Luke Miller. And then he answers himself, "No, unless he bounced off rather than off, but if he bounced off the bottom of the pool a few times, the response, wow, so she is right, it was foul play. Then Mr. Dryly says, not sure, I don't think it was intentional, I think there was a fight. So Mr. Dryly's contemporaneous record was that Luke Miller had multiple injuries to his head and that it appeared that he had been in a fight. Later on, Mr. Dryly actually attacked the Samui Times, alleging that Luke Miller's death was in fact an accident. And there's a really good article which appears in the Samui Times, which I would encourage you to look up. This is a picture of the meeting. I don't own the intellectual property for any of these pictures, but this is a picture of the meeting which appeared in some of the papers within Thailand. And let's go back to this. This is a it appears to be a brand new website, and it's focused mainly on attacking the credibility of the Samui Times, on attacking my credibility, and also of a lot of the world's media. So they're having a go at more than one person. If we come over here, we can click on that. No, we can't. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go to the top 10. Oh, no, it opened. I'm not too sure how long this will be up. Sometimes I've found that when people on Koh Tao or elsewhere attack the Samui Times or attack me or attack someone else, something might appear on the internet and then it's taken down again. But this is interesting. It says, not Death Island, but shameful tabloid style gossip by the Samui Times and Ian Yarwood. So this is an ongoing feature of shooting the messenger. Then we've got the next article is how Samui's Time fake journalist Suzanne Buchanan tricked the world's tabloids. So now I guess that every paper around the world that's reporting on this has been branded a tabloid. By the way, I do not know who is behind this new website, but I would say that this is part of an ongoing public relations disaster for the people of Koh Tao. Now, of course, on Koh Tao, it would appear that there are many allegations that it is a mafia-run island, but of course I think that there would be, it's fair to say that there'd be many business owners on Koh Tao who are innocent victims of the very bad publicity that it's receiving at the moment. And it's important to have empathy for the people who are suffering financially because of the deaths, and also who are suffering financially because of the very poor way in which the authorities on Koh Tao and elsewhere are dealing with the matter. They're getting a very bad backlash from the world's media and also from the overwhelming number of the general public. I'll just scroll down here, we can see a few. I mean, there are some more genuine articles here, or more genuine, let's have a look here. There is some actual material here in which we're advertising many of the more pleasant aspects of Koh Tao. So there's a bit of a mixture. This is another article where they're having a shot at me. Just opening up this one at the moment. Of course, until such time as someone decides to take this down, this can be viewed by any of you. Okay, so here's one of their articles. Luke Miller, Thai pool death, no evidence of murder. And this is where there's been some very incomplete reporting, where we're talking about the coroner's report. But as I mentioned before, the coroner's report, this is Luke's mother. The coroner's report of necessity couldn't be all that comprehensive because the coroner only had the material provided by the Thai police, and she would not have had things like that screenshot, which has only been made public in recent times. Okay, well, look, I'll wrap it up for now. I encourage you to go and have a look at the